Hi, I'm Tim Coombs, co-pastor of Trinity Presbyterian Church in Scotia, New York, and a member of the network of biblical storytellers. To learn more about its mission, go to nbsint.org. David is one of the greatest kings of all of Israel, but he's also a very tragic figure. You perhaps know the story of David and Goliath, which is a childhood story of David. But eventually David would challenge King Saul, and there's actually a civil war, you might say. Saul is defeated, and David becomes the king. Now, David is very smart. At this time, the people of Israel lived in 12 different tribes, and they didn't always get along with each other. So David very smartly makes Jerusalem the capital, which is in between the northern tribes and the southern tribes. David brings the Ark of the Covenant that hold the Ten Commandments into Jerusalem and makes it the holy site. Now, some of the stories of David that he wanted to build a temple to put the Ark in, but God says, no, I've lived in a tent for so long in the covenant, but I'll tell you what, I will make of your kingdom an eternal kingdom. But then the tragic stories of David begin. Though he's married, he sees Bathsheba bathing. He falls in love with her, and they consummate their relationship. But Bathsheba is married to David's best friend in general, Uriah. David has Uriah killed, and for his great sin which is exposed to David by the prophet Nathan, David is eternally sorry. Then there's the story of his own children. He has a son, Amnon, who rapes his daughter, Tamar, but David doesn't do anything about this. He has another son, Absalom, who ends up killing Amnon, and then runs away and challenges David in the throne. And David and Absalom do battle with one another until David eventually defeats Absalom, and he, over his body, cries, "Oh, Absalom, Absalom." David would eventually die. He passes on his reign to Solomon, but he dies a very sad man in the end. Though this is viewed as the golden age of the nation, it's its largest geographic expanse, and a time when everybody was united, it would soon fall apart. That's the story of King David.